How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Flames Plays. Today we're continuing in Deadly Premonition, and I completely zoned out on where I'm supposed to go. That's right over here. So I've got a key for this door. Go ahead and open this up. Was it always this quiet? I just realized it seems overly suspiciously quiet. Let's talk to Thomas. Agent York, did you find the key? Yeah, I got the master key. Oh, that's the car key. Never mind. Whoops. So I'm sorry and thank you. I really appreciate your help. But we need to find the key right now. Southern Flying Squirrel key holder. Yeah, I got the right one. Pretty sure, at least. There you go. Yes, we found the key. It is. I had the right key selected and everything. Just didn't do it.
Found the key.
Thank you for.
This is the right one.
All right, cool. Glad voice acting's back, so I don't have to read everything. Okay.
You found a Siberian chipmunk this time, have you? Sorry, wrong key.
A Siberian chipmunk?
What?
This species lives in northern Japan on the island of Hokkaido. They're actually quite a popular pet.
So it isn't even a squirrel.
But we're looking for a southern flying squirrel right now.
All right. Well, we got a squirrel entomologist on our way, apparently. Let's turn on or off all the generators or whatever these things are. Oh, okay. This is. I'm not sure what that's all about. All right, whatever. Let's just keep going and find the squirrel key. Just, I don't know where that would be. I'm not a squirrel expert. At least not yet. Still in school for it. Hopefully, I'll pass my squirrel test. Does this guy know anything? Does this guy know anything? He has nothing to do with the investigation, so he's of no use to me. I can't leave now. Oh, great. So I have to find this key, which apparently I don't have the right key. Is it like somewhere in here? Did he like leave it in the ashtray or something? Nope, did not leave it there. Okay, that's another fire exit. At least this place has good fire exits, you know. You gotta leave this place in a hurry. You got your options right here. I can push this. Do I want to push it? That, okay. Okay, we can stop that. That's not doing anything. It's not accomplishing anything, York. Okay. What about, is there anything else in here that I haven't checked out yet? I have a squirrel key. It's not the correct squirrel key. Oh, there's something here. Got something in there. There's some agent honor. That's good. And then curvy-tailed flying squirrel key. Boosh. Found it. It's a squirrel. And it better be the right one. I hope it is, at least. Can I open this door? No, that makes sense, because there's a guy in there. That seems like it'd be a bad idea. I should just shout at him like, hey you. What'd you do that was illegal? Yeah, just shoulder those doors open. I got no time for doorknobs. Hey, so we found what I believe to be the right key. Because apparently the last one wasn't even a squirrel, as we've learned. And I also gave him a car key, and that was wrong as well. But it's weird that there's only 2 lines that he says, and that they don't have it. And okay, I don't know what happened to my other key.
You found the key.
Mm-hmm.
That's the right one?
There's a squirrel.
Yes, a southern flying squirrel.
Very
Thank you
nice.
so much. I'll bring the files right in, so please go to the meeting room.
Okay. I'll be
Such
waiting.
a weird smile to have.
Well,
All right.
Zach, we just got here and we've cracked a big case already.
Sorry if my forehead gets like shiny. It's like ridiculously hot in my room, my office.
The victim's name was Anna Graham. Age 18, she just recently graduated from high school this year. Her dream was to move out to the city and become a model. But for the time being, she was working in the A&G diner here in town. She lived with her mother, Sally. Anna's father died in an accident in the lumber mill when she was a child. Her mother is unemployed and lives on the insurance money from her husband's accident. After all, it's a small town with a low cost of living. Financially, they seemed to get by fine, and they led normal lives.
A normal life is exactly what a curious teenager doesn't want. It's all starting to make sense, Zach.
City folk, huh? No, I take that back. All of them can't be as bad as him, and some should have better manners.
Huh. This is a good biscuit. I've never tasted a biscuit this delicious. Where in town can I get these?
Well, actually, I baked them myself.
That's amazing. What are you doing in law enforcement? I'm very particular about biscuits, I'll have you know. The balance of milk and butter you've achieved here. Oh, my.
Agent Morgan, the autopsy's ready. You are welcome to accompany me to the Greenvale General Hospital. Emily, you come too. Thomas, stay here and tidy up these files.
Yes, sir.
We're going to use the car outside. Let's get going. You might think this is just a small-town police investigation, but our inspections are thorough and solid. I'm hoping you won't slow us down.
Okay. We just cleared the sheriff's office. That's good. Let's keep going. Got more money. Good. Actually, I have over $1,700, so I could buy a nice new computer if I really wanted to. I mean, $1,000 will get you a pretty decent computer. $1,700 will get you a pretty decent computer and a good graphics card. Maybe you can get a 2080 on sale, I guess. I'm running a 2070 in my desktop. I got recently. I mostly went for the more powerful render ability.
The Greenvale General Hospital is down the road by the lake. It's too far to walk. Come on, get in the car.
If I'm riding in a car, George, I prefer to be the driver. Can you provide a car for me?
What are you talking about? You don't even know how to get there.
Which is another good reason for me to drive, George. I need to learn my way around town.
Oh, man. Very well. Then I'll ride with you. I want to keep an eye on you.
Fair enough.
This is so weird.
Just one thing, Agent Morgan. Your involvement in this case is limited. That means you don't have to learn your way around town.
George, we'd better get moving. The hospital closes at 2100.
All right, well, I guess I'm driving. Get in the car. So the hospital closes at 2100, eh? So what if instead of actually driving to the hospital, I just did donuts in
Agent
the parking
Morgan,
lot?
get us there quickly, but drive within the speed limit. Just because you have a badge doesn't mean you can drive like a maniac.
George, what are you, his mother?
We just need to get the autopsy results.
Agent York isn't accustomed to the town yet. Give him a little slack.
My mustache says no.
Well,
My
then,
body
Agent
says
York,
yes.
Let's get going.
Sure, sounds good.
It wasn't lightning just earlier. All right, guys, buckle up. Gonna get to the hospital, I guess. You know, this is probably the way to the hospital, I think. Nope. No. Tree. Car? I thought I hit the car. That was just lightning, though. All right, we're safely on our way. So, what you're saying is don't do handbrake turns like that. You good? George, you guys cool? Okay, you're just going to stare deadly at everything. Got it. I got 5 H honor for backing into the street, I guess. So boost is actually the sirens. Whoop, whoop, that's the sound of the police. Alright, well, let's... How far can the hospital be? Oh, that's actually... Oh, God. I turned around so Emily gets nailed first if there's a crash. That handbrake turn. Oof. That's a strong one there. Alright, well, this is a dead end, so that was a great start. So instead, I'm just going to take the back roads. Okay, you guys cool with the back roads? Alright, glad to hear you guys are alright with the back roads. Alright, well that doesn't do anything. So, oh, nope, never mind, can't do that. I have 85% gas as well. Which is like, you know, a small amount of Taco Bell, basically. And yes, I did just make a fart joke. I'll do that occasionally. I'm not ashamed. If it all lines up right, I'll gladly make a fart joke. Let's... How do I get out of this area? Hold on, is there a map? Oh god. Okay, yeah, there's a map. It's just, it takes up half the screen. A little less than half. It also doesn't show me how I get out into the hospital. My car's I'm gonna run out of gas at some point. I feel. Oh, it's a back road. Oh, I was actually going the right way. It's just a back road right next to Temple Street. George, you should have driven. I'm telling you, man. It's irresponsible to let a guy who doesn't know his way around this area to drive. There you go. Nailed it. Yep, that's how you get to hospitals pretty quickly. You just start nailing stuff. Like, I feel like this might not be completely correct, but I guess this is what I'm doing. That's a tree branch. You guys cool? All right, we're gonna keep going. Got it. Car's got 92% life, which is kind of weird, but okay. Oh, all right, we're going downhill. Buckle up, everyone. I hope you guys are wearing your seatbelts. You're not wearing your seatbelt, dude. You gotta be. Dude, you got. You call yourself an officer of the law. It's a windsock? That's kind of weird. Okay. So we're in the UK, right? Driving this side of the road. You got it. Put the flashes on. Put the cherries up. So this storm came in all of a sudden, very fast, very hard, very bright. All right, can I take this jump? Yes, I can. Oh no, that's a tree branch. That's actually not even a branch. That's just a full-on tree. Oh no, it's a hedge. I should have easily plowed through that hedge. Just saying, is all. Okay, game. Really, that hedge should have been no match. Just right through it. We're almost to the hospital. Almost there. Why does it look like there's a camper? Oh, it's the hospital's over here. Nice. Greenvale General Hospital. That does not what the sign says. It just says Greenvale Hospital, but okay.
That's a pretty big hospital. I guess they wanted to be ready for town-wide food poisoning?
No, it's another leftover from the town's prosperous slumber days. Hard to imagine now, though, isn't it?
My mother always talked about how energetic this town used to be. Almost like a gold rush, she used to say.
Impressive.
But the hotter the fever, the faster it cools. And so now there's hardly anyone left to use this place.
It pains me to watch my hometown lose so many citizens. Beyond your understanding, I'm sure.
Yes, I'm sorry to say that it is.
Indeed. And that's why this case is our problem. There really isn't any need for you to get too involved.
They really don't like me. York's a great guy once you look past his paranoia, his multiple personalities, the way he just extinguishes cigarettes and everywhere. Hi, Beth from Stranger Things. Freckly Fiona. I don't think her first name is actually Freckly,
Hi,
but okay.
Fiona. We're here to see Usha. Do you know where he is?
I think Dr. Johnson is in the computer room.
A computer room? In a hospital?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, Mr. FBI agent.
So
The
19.
computer room is where our employees share a computer.
Very nice to meet you, too. I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. But how did you know I was FBI?
Easy. None of the police in this town wear cologne.
Ha 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 ha. They put the editor laughing in, I think, there.
Besides, that scar on your face is the biggest rumor in town.
Rumors get exaggerated as they spread, even in the countryside. What's that you're reading, if I may ask?
Liar's House.
You haven't heard of this yet? It's a recent bestseller mystery.
Is it a
It's
clue?
set in the U.S., a small traditional North American town close to the Canadian border. A peaceful, traditional place. However, that
Much like
peaceful
Greenvale?
town is shattered by a terrible crime. The murder of a local girl.
And that incident causes grief and sadness to everyone in town. But
Much like
everyone
Greenvale.
feels the seditious, heinous evil still lurking, alive. Yes, much like the situation right now here in
This is Alan Wake all over again, everyone.
Don't say that.
Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. With Anna dead and all.
Don't worry. Books are written to entertain, and it's good you're enjoying it. What we're faced with here is a terrible crime committed in a real world.
The
Much different
real
from
world.
that of a novel.
But okay.
So there's no need to apologize.
Thank you, Agent York.
Okay. Well. Let's go check out what we got here. Oh, we're going to computer room. That's correct. Yep, shoulder through that door. And we're on our way.
We couldn't find him.
It's a vision of the doctor being like, well, I was looking at porn.
Fiona needs to check her information.
No, I don't think so. Does the doctor like playing games by any chance?
What do you mean?
There's a
Chess
message on the
tournament?
computer, and a card key already set in place. The king passes the rook and meets the bishop. The knight takes a pawn along for the queen.
What does that all mean?
It's a simple puzzle.
Zach, let's take him up on his challenge. You can do this, right?
Sure. I still think that we're supposed to be Zach. So king passes. Oh. My bad. King passes rook and meets the bishop. Knight takes a pawn to the queen. So it's probably just. I think it's just supposed to be in the order. I forget which one king is queen is actually. I think it's this one is the king. And then rook. And then bishop. And then knight, pawn, queen. Hey, checkmate. I used to be in a chess club, and I know that sounds very nerdy, and it was very nerdy. I was in there for like 3 weeks. Because I ended up getting a job around that time.
Below with the deceased.
Another code?
Is
But there's nowhere to insert a password.
he's in the morgue.
More games.
He's in
I'm
the
going to get Fiona to
morgue.
Call Usha up here right now.
No need, George. The message appeared with the card key. It's telling us where to use it.
This is not the time to be joking around, Agent Morgan.
Dr. Usha is below with the deceased. With Anna. Below being underground, I take it. Simple. Simple.
Then it's time to meet the mischievous architect of this little game.
Nah.
My microphone probably didn't pick that up, but Chip just made a very loud sigh of. He's in the morgue. Please open the door a little faster. This is like watching a very cheesy movie, but I'm playing it. That's kind of what makes it kind of a little weird. Let's go. So you're gonna take an elevator down, maybe? Or stairs? Oh, I don't know where I'm going. I'm already lost. I think I'm gonna help some lady give birth now. It's a massive hospital. Jesus. Let's see. Oh, well, I got some this stuff. That's good. Do not enter. Half the hospital is unavailable. Oh, there you go. Stairs. Half of this hospital can't be reached anyway, so I don't know why it's so big. It's like take down the side or maybe open up some other weird store or something like that next to it. There you go. Unlock the door. And through it we go. Oh crap! I didn't hold down shift while doing it. See, I do know there's a bunch of side missions and stuff. I'm probably not going to complete them because I just want to get the story itself and not so much all the other razzmatazz. We do have a save area. I'm going to quickly, of course, save the game. Just in case something happens. Yes. We were going to the morgue, so makes sense. I like how I spent $1 to save the game and it gave me $10 for saving it. Make sure you always have a buck. You'll get 9 after, but make sure you have a buck. And the doctor. We found him. In the morgue.
Usha, sorry to keep you waiting.
Ah, you made it. Let's get started, shall we?
Usha Johnson. Doctor.
This is Agent Morgan from the FBI.
Nice to meet you. I'm Usher Johnson, the doctor in this hospital.
FBI Special Agent
The
Francis
only
York Morgan.
doctor?
Please call me York. Everyone calls me that.
Very well, Agent York.
He's the killer.
Are you a forensic practitioner?
Let's just say I've dealt with corpses before.
That battle of wits, by the way. Did you create that yourself?
Mm-hmm. I just wanted to see if our FBI agent could handle the task.
I see. Well, it was pretty fun.
Oh, I'm glad you liked it.
We don't have much time. We need those autopsy results.
The voice acting is so hilariously like
Next time,
cheesy.
Try challenging us without obstructing an investigation. You've angered the monarch.
Alright, so we're going to talk about the murder.
From the onset of rigor mortis, the stiffening of the muscles, the time of death is estimated to be between 20 and 2200 hours. That's still quite early for such a crime to take place. Note that there are 2 exterior wounds, pressure marks around the neck, and a long cut running from chest to abdomen. Blood marks on her right hand tell us she was gripping something round in her right hand. Her skull is also fractured, but that is unrelated to the cause of death. It probably happened to her after she was killed. Now, I first thought death by suffocation, due to the marks on her neck. But after further investigation, I now have a different conclusion. The direct cause of death was loss of blood from the wound.
Yeah, there's a 1.5 foot long gash from her chest to her stomach.
Which means...
She was cut up while she was still alive.
Yes, a sharp knife was used. It was inserted beneath the sternum and then quickly sliced downwards. The excessive loss of blood from her internal organs is what actually killed her. Her nails are clean, and with no skin cells from the attacker. She also doesn't appear to have been bound nor badly beaten. She was apparently killed without resistance. The most tragic thing, however, was that she was unable to speak her story to anyone who could hear her cries.
Why is that?
The perpetrator cut out Anna's tongue.
Oh.
Well, I believe she was drugged first to phase her consciousness, and then the killer killed her.
Can't do toxicology?
Now, the killer most likely has a deep, traumatized past concerning women. He probably cannot converse with them normally. Cutting out the tongue suggests a very lonely individual. Either that, or a truly hardcore sadist. He must get off on watching women suffer, especially when they can't answer back. Now, he watched as the blood pumped from her body, as she gradually grew cold. A case in Seattle in 1985 was much like...
Usher, please, limit your report to your findings as a doctor. Criminal profiling is my job.
He's been talking for like 3 minutes about that, so... I feel like maybe you should
You're
have
wrong,
piped up a little
Wilson.
earlier.
Anna died fully, deeply, painfully aware of what was happening to her.
But,
Tell me, what time did it stop raining on the night Anna was killed?
Just before I went to bed, right after the movie on TV ended, so around 1 a.m.
What movie was it?
An American Werewolf in London.
Ooh.
Directed by John Landis, 1981. So the rain stopped, accompanied by the ending song, Blue Moon. George, would you mind if I examined Anna myself?
What more do you hope to find?
I'm sure I mentioned that I have a personal interest in cases like these.
Oh, okay. WSD to look. Taking. Oh, it just controls the mouse. Okay. So let's take a look at her tongue. Traces of evaporated liquid around her eyes. She must have cried before she was murdered. Well, makes sense. Also, there's the rain. So that's the thing. Observe. Beautiful blonde hair, stunning even in death. Oh, I mean, that's kind of awkward thing to say. She's neatly wearing fake fingernails. Judging from her impression, she was holding something in her hand, but it was removed around 6 hours after death. The object was circular with a relief shaped like a piece mark. With a relief shaped like a piece mark. Okay. Her toes. And his body is lying on the table. Okay. I was thinking about the fact that her toes look like they're made out of robots. But no, we're not going to talk about that. Got it. Still no hint of a smile. There's no reason we should focus our efforts on George. His age isn't immediately apparent, though he can't be that old. Looks like a trustworthy doctor. Hello, Emily. We shouldn't stare at her for too long. Okay. Not really sure what you're trying to get me to focus on here. Titles been removed. Oh, okay. I just have to. That's everything that was literally said already.
From her lack of resistance, I'd say that Anna's injuries happened very quickly. Unable to speak, she was then left to cry herself to death.
Zach, it's all starting to come together.
It is?
The perpetrator stayed with her for at least 2 hours until it stopped raining. At the estimated time of her death, it was still raining, but you can still see tear marks on her cheeks. That means she was killed under a roof somewhere. She was then carried into the woods after it stopped raining.
There's one other thing. Her tongue was removed with a very blunt knife. In fact, it's more likely it was simply chopped off.
Asha, are you a passionate man?
Well, not particularly, but I am man enough should the moment call for it.
George, how about you?
I'm very passionate, yes. Especially when it comes to women. But I don't see what that has to do with anything.
George, the perpetrator is just like you. He's passionate about women. He's a passionate kisser. This was a kiss of death.
The perpetrator bit off Anna's tongue.
We'll never get a dental print from a wound like this. But this is still a big lead.
Jackpot, Zach. Shame our old-time all-American sightseeing tour just came to an end.
This case is now under the jurisdiction of the FBI. I'm assuming command. I'll need you to assist me in the investigation.
What in the hell do you mean, Agent Morgan? I know I said I was passionate, but you can't think I did this.
God.
That's not why I'm assuming command, George. You're a suspect just as much as every other passionate man on Earth. Let me show you something.
Also, still not completely sure what those are. But okay. So what, there's 3 deaths and then he moves on?
There you go. Amazing, huh? I'm sure you have a lot of questions, but most of the details are top secret. George, Emily, we should be going. No need to stay here any longer.
Okay.
You want to put those in your pocket or something?
I have to sign the release. Just give me a moment.
Very well. I'll go on ahead. I can't take it any longer down here. Bishop takes queen. His rook takes your queen. Then your knight takes rook. And checkmate.
Huh?
What? Oh.
My first victory in the Grandmaster ranking.
Okay. That was completely weird, but alright. Well, then. Is there a cutscene? Yeah, of course there's a cutscene. Oh, great! Now there's stuff all over the hospital. Is he gonna realize it? Yeah, he's gonna realize it slowly. Yeah, you should have been paying attention, buddy. That doesn't just show up instantly. That might take a little bit to grow.
Zach, they're here.
They're here. Okay. So I'm gonna wrap up this episode here, because since we got a bit of a bombshell, and now we found out more about the fact that the killer was killed by the same person who's been murdering a whole bunch of people nationwide, apparently. So if you guys are enjoying this series, please let me know in the comments down below. Give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate that. And make sure to subscribe so you get updates on new content or go live while live streaming. And as always, have a great day. Remember to burn bright. I'll talk to you later.